Alright, Justin and Keith here from Duratuf, looking at another shed, tips and tricks, how to do it easily and efficiently. Keith, what have we got?
We got a little tough 400 today, fully wooden framed, Fortress range. It's roughly 2 metres by 1400.
How long do you reckon it's going to take us?
It's going to take us probably 3.5 hours, something like that, to put it together.
Which is funny, because that's exactly the amount of time it takes me to do this other thing I've got to go and do.
If you go and do that funny thing that you're going to go and do,
yep.
I will then
you get on with
start that and put together for you.
Good man.
Okay.
See you soon. Let's
See you later.
So while Keith gets on with it, I'll talk you through what he's up to. First of all, you want to open the box and grab the instruction manual. On the first page, you'll find a few important things to check before you start. You'll also need the appropriate safety gear and the tools required to get the job done. Some other handy tools are vice grips and a level or straight edge. Turn the page and you'll find the parts list. While you're unpacking the box, it pays to check they're all in good shape and nothing is missing, then clear the area. Time to construct the timber frame, but before you do, you need to decide whether you want to raise the base plate. This is a good option if you've laid a concrete pad, as this will make the cladding sheets overhang the edge and give better waterproofing. To do this, simply cut down all the blue and yellow marked studs by 30mm. We're putting a timber floor in this shed, so we'll leave them as is, and Keith will start by building the two end wall frames using 4 yellow studs, 2 short red top plates, 2 short green bottom plates, and the unmarked central nogs. If you're working on a soft surface, it pays to put down a couple of boards to give you something solid to work on. Then go ahead and nail the top and bottom plates to the studs using 2 75mm nails, making sure they're flush and facing the correct way. Then measure 950mm down from the top plate and attach the central nog. Repeat to make the other end wall, then stand it up and attach the rear top plate to the red end and do the same at the other. Then grab the 2 green base plates to join the bottom of the walls. Attach the central nog at the same height as the walls. To make this easier, knock in the nails until they're just poking through. This will hold the ends in place while you nail them off. Now carefully roll over the frame so the green is at the bottom. Put the 70 by 45mm top plate in place so it's flush with the end walls and nail it on an angle into the frame. Using the short front wall nog, position the left door stud, marking it before nailing bottom and top so you can make sure it doesn't move. Then attach the nog at the same height as the other central nogs. Repeat for the right door stud, using the longer nog to position before attaching it. If you're installing a timber floor, now's the time to nail in the joists. Space these evenly within the base frame. Now to get into the tin. Peel the protective film off the door top flashing and set the wider edge on top of the timber plate, with the ends overhanging evenly on each side by approximately 10mm. Nail with 30mm clouts at the centre and ends and then in between. Time to pre-drill the wall sheets. This is much easier to do on the ground, so lay the sheets on a couple of pieces of scrap timber and about 10mm from top and bottom drill into the pan adjacent to the ribs. If you're raising the base plate, drill the bottom holes 30mm from the edge to account for the overhang and make sure to get rid of any swarf. Starting to the left of the door, tack up the sheets as per the instructions, lining up the top of the sheets with the door top flashing on the front wall and the top of the timber plate on the rest. As you work your way around the shed, rivet the sheets together at top and bottom. Vice grips come in really handy for this. Once the wall sheets are up, check they're all aligned and fitting correctly. Then go ahead and nail them off at top and bottom. With the walls done, it's time to put on the roof. Line up the roof sheets and join them as per the instructions. Steel sheets overlap in one direction, but as we have a clear roof panel, this must sit on top on either side. Once joined, position the roof so it overhangs the front flashing by 150mm. Then rivet to the wall sheets using one rivet in every second rib. Repeat on the other side. Make sure the ribs on the roof and walls line up. Then measure and mark the roof sheets above the top timber plate on each rib. Drill and attach using 50mm roofing screws. If you don't have a clear roof panel, you can push your ruler hard against the cladding, then add 20mm, and you'll be close to the centre of the timber when drilling and screwing. Attach the roof flashings at the end and on every third rib, and that's the roof complete. Almost there. Time to fit the door. Start by attaching the door jamb that support the hinges. Just with a rivet at top and bottom for now, as you may need to remove and align it. Position the door about 5mm below the top flashing. Open out the hinges and attach with one rivet in each, making sure the hinge pins sit proud to the door jamb so they don't bind. Close the door and check the top lines up nicely with the flashing. As you can see, Keith's doesn't quite, but by removing the bottom door jamb rivet and shifting over slightly, this will even it up. Now that's sorted, you can attach the opposite door jamb with a rivet at the top, line it up with the door and rivet the bottom. With the door aligned, you can then finish off riveting and nailing the door jambs in place as per the instructions. Finally, attach the pad bolt in the centre brace with the end flush with the edge of the door, then line up the staple and attach with nails. If you haven't already, mark the position of the central nog, then drill and attach the cladding to it using one nail per pan and one each side of each corner. And that is the shed complete. If you've got a floor kit to add, lay down the front board and mark where you need to notch it out for the studs. Repeat on the back board and put in place. Mark where the joists are, then go ahead and put in the rest of the boards. If the last one doesn't fit, you'll need to rip it down. And if still a tight fit, just pop the last two boards and give them a stomp to wedge them in. Mark your joist lines with a string or straight edge and nail down with 50mm nails. 2 per board in each joist. And you're done. But before you celebrate, make sure you wash down your shed to remove any metal swarf, and then visit duratuf.co.nz/warranty to register your warranty. And job complete. You've earned a break.
Gone quiet, you must have finished.
We have just finished, yes.
Brilliant, you've probably earned that there.
Yes, I have.
I think I have as well. So that took you less time than you said you're going to, and we're all done.
Yeah, we're all finished.
Frame's done, wall's done. Oh, look at that. So that's nicely done.
There you go.
No troubles.
And there's a job for you to do. So you can have a beer, and you can have that, and then you can have another beer.
I better paint it before I have the beer. I know me. Alright guys, so that's how you put together a full timber frame Duratuf shed. Now you know the tricks and the quirks, easy to do. Get down to the local store, get yours, get into it, have fun.
Okay, thanks Justin.
Thanks mate. Okay,
See ya.
I'll go back here.